how do you actually get access to those really, really high level remote high ticket sales roles? The roles where you can make like 20, 30, even 40K per month in. As someone who's myself been in multiple different offers and made multiple six figures in the space, and also helped over 50 other young guys land really, really solid roles in both setting and closing, I'll walk you through the exact framework of how you can do the exact same thing and how you can actually get into those really, really high level roles. Because there is a specific framework that you can follow that's gonna allow you to do that. And most people don't know about this. And that's how most people end up in this like kind of shitty, like average roles where you're making your 5K per month as a setter or as a closer with a okay business, and you're kind of just like cruising with it, you know? But if you feel like you're someone who wants to go further, you want to get to the next level, you want to make more money and get to that like multiple six figures per year mark, this is the framework of how to do so. So let's get into it. And before you start freaking out and thinking that it's gonna be some like ad of me selling you some course, relax. It's not some ad. I just want to give you some free game on how to actually do this, and something that's helped me a lot in my journey. Because I realized most people look at this the completely wrong way when it comes to landing roles. Most people that I've spoken with in general, in my network and the people I've gotten to know, how you look at like remote sales, you're just looking for the fastest and like the shortcut to get into a good role. You know, trying to like, what network can I buy myself into? What Facebook group should I join? Or like what DM strategy is gonna get me access to the best roles? And sure, you can definitely go out and like DM companies to get into the right Facebook group or the right like network and find roles from there. But what I'm gonna tell you about in this video is different from all those strategies. Probably not something that you ever heard about before, but in reality, it's what's gonna get you the biggest results. And it might even trigger you when I say this. But there's a couple of different steps to it. The first step is to realize if you want to get into a very, very high level remote high ticket sales role, where you can actually be a closer for a high level business, make like a lot of money, we're talking like upwards of like 40, 50K a month. I think it is very controversial. I think that the best path to get there is by not starting off as a closer. So hear me out. This is why I say that. It's because if you start off as a closer, most companies who will hire you straight off as a closer into the business are not going to be the most high level businesses. I know multiple guys who worked at, for example, Gym Launch, who are now making over 30K a month in the business. None of those guys got hired as a closer straight off in the business because it's simply like they weren't good enough to get into that role. And that's the case with most like really, really like high level businesses where you can make like big money every single month. You're not gonna come in there as a closer unless you've been closing for like 5 years and you have like collected multiple millions in cash collected and you have call reviews and like all these different things. Unless you have that stuff in place, which if that's you, I'll get to like what you need to do later. But if you don't have that stuff, then you're not gonna get hired in a very high level closer role as a beginner. You simply like, you need to start off as a setter and like work your way up inside of a successful business. So I think the best path you can take to get to your goal is start off in a setter role. Find a really good business and kind of humble yourself, start as an appointment setter for the business, and then work yourself up in that role to eventually become a closer. It's gonna make a lot more sense in the long run. You will end up in a role where you make more money, you build a relationship with the business, and that's how you can eventually get to a point where you're making a lot more money. But if you're always just like kind of having this ego thing where you're like, I'm only gonna get into a closer role, a lot of people have that, where it's like, I can't see myself being a setter, I need to be a closer right away. Then you're also gonna end up in kind of mediocre closer roles. Again, unless you have a ton of experience. It's very hard for a beginner with a lot of experience, with a lot of track record to get into like a really high level closer role. So understand that, humble yourself, get into a setter role and find a good business most importantly, and just get into a lower level role and then work yourself up within that business, and I promise you will make more money. That's the first thing, okay? Second thing is the best way to find roles, if you already have experience or if you're just looking to land your first role, is not by DMing random people on Instagram, it's not by like any of these strategies that people talk about online. The best thing that you can leverage in this point of time, in 2025 and moving forward, is going to be your network. The people that you know, like your friends, your family, people like through coaching programs that you've been in. That is the thing you need to leverage to land these really, really high level remote high ticket sales roles. Because the thing you need to realize is like business owners are getting more DMs than ever before from people on like in their Instagram, and they're getting emails, they're getting like outreaches from everywhere. So if you want to stand out, if you want to get roles, you have to have something that's kind of to your advantage. You have to like stand out in some type of way. And the best way you can do that is by building or like just leveraging your existing network and also focusing on building a network of business owners that you can work for as well. So how do we actually do this? How do we build a network and how do we leverage a network? Leveraging it is super simple. You basically just like take people that you know inside your network and just reach out to them, ask them like who do they know that could be hiring. Look at the Facebook groups that you're in, the people that you've known throughout your entrepreneurship journey so far, through and like your network of the people that you've talked with on like Facebook Messenger, on like Instagram DMs. Who do you know? Who do you like follow online? And just talk with those people. If you already have a relationship, it makes it way easier to kind of start off on a common ground. If you have friends, family who runs businesses, ask them, ask who they know. Just like pull all these like different kind of like strings and like figuring out like which people do you know that could have roles that you could potentially work in. That's a really powerful thing. And then also continuing to build your network. When you find people online, when you're on like TikTok or Instagram, it's like brain rot scrolling. Have your eyes open for like who are these people that you're seeing are selling high ticket offers. Follow those people, DM them, but don't DM them asking for roles immediately. Let's talk about something else. Talk about something that you like with their content. Talk about just give them value if you can, give them some advice. Just be like chill with it. Just talk with them as if you're talking to a friend. Maybe if you live if you live close to them, and talk about something that you guys have in common, some sport, some interest, whatever it is. Just build a genuine relationship with them. And it's something you need to understand as well is like regardless if you want to land a role with them or not, you would always want to work with a business that has something in common with you, that has an interest that you resonate with, You want to work with a business you actually believe in. So just find stuff and find businesses and like online entrepreneurs that you believe in and start conversations with them. That is going to lead to opportunities. Because maybe that business that you're talking with, maybe that entrepreneur doesn't have an opening, but maybe he knows someone else who has an opening, or you get connected with something. There's always these different opportunities that kind of arise when you expand your network, especially on like Instagram. I think it's the most powerful platform to do so. So optimize your profile so that actually people see that what you're doing. People can see your interest, that you're into like self-development, that you're in sales and things like that, and make your clean up your profile. And then you start DMing people, building your network, and just have like genuine conversations, and then slowly lead that into the fact that you're looking for a role as well. So that's a really powerful thing you can do to level up. And then the last thing, when it comes to actually getting into the best roles, if you want to really take this to the highest level and be able to make a shit ton of money in remote targeted sales, this is gonna piss you off, There is no shortcut. You have to get really fucking good at sales to get to that high level. If you wanna make like 20, 30, 40K a month, the simple answer to it is you have to get really, really good, build a really, really strong network, and just become a killer at sales. That's it. Because this, like when you get to high levels in the space, like you realize the space is very little, like very small. The top level closers like all pretty much know each other. The top level business owners all know each other. The best closers, they move between offers as if they know every single offer, like business owners knows top closers, and the top closers can just pick and choose whatever offer they want pretty much because they've worked themselves up to that level. So for you to get there, you simply just need to get really fucking good at sales, build your network, post on Instagram, and just showcase kind of who you are, your habits and things. That's gonna help you a lot. But then they just need to get good at sales, work yourself up, pick offers that you see a lot of early potential in. For example, if you could have worked with Iman Gadzhi when he was on the come up, if you work with him in the beginning, you would have capitalized a lot on his success that he's had. So find offers we can capitalize on the growth that's to be had from the business. It's almost like finding stocks. You go online and you find stocks that you believe in, or like crypto coins, whatever it is. Do the same thing with offers. Find offers that you can feel like you believe in. They have a lot of potential, but they might not be at the peak yet. They're starting off their journey in terms of growth and things like that, and they're just on the horizon to start really popping off. Find offers like that you truly believe in, but they haven't truly popped off yet. Find those, DM them. It's going to be easy to land roles, and you can ride the entire upswing that they will have as well. That's a very powerful thing you can do. But in order to do this, you need to be good. So it's focus on role playing, getting better, taking more calls, improving, doing objection handling, getting calls reviewed from whatever type of coach or mentor that you have. If you want help from me one-on-one to get calls reviewed, get feedback, get the scripts, the objection handling, everything you need to get really freaking dialed in on the skill set, and also get access to opportunities from my private network and the framework of how to actually land the highest level roles, get accountability, one-on-one support, and direct access to me over live calls to crush it in the space, make a lot of money in remote IT sales, and get way more freedom for yourself. If you want that help, click the link down below and join my inner circle, and so that I can help you out one-on-one with all these different things we talked about in this video, and really just help you make a shit ton of money in remote sales, crush it, and create the life that you want for yourself. So if you're interested in that, and if you're also ready to work hard, I want to work with people that actually are willing to work hard and actually like push themselves. If that's you, click the link and join. If you have any questions, DM me on Instagram. And thanks for watching this video. If you have any any suggestions on like future videos you want me to make, or like any topics you want me to talk about, comment it down below. And I'll see you guys tomorrow in the next video. Ciao.